Hello, everybody. Mark at 100% Pure Elvis. Really good to see you all again. And thank you for your continued support of the 100% Pure Elvis channel. As you can see, something very different on my channel today. In front of me, you can see a plastic storage container. This is stored in my bedroom underneath my bed, and it is full of Elvis Presley magazines. So I really wanted to start sharing with you all my Elvis Presley magazine collection that I have stored away in this container. I have been asked multiple times before, how many magazines do I actually have on Elvis Presley? I do have quite a number of magazines. I have probably about 3 storage containers full of Elvis magazines, but the other 2 storage containers I have stored upstairs in the attic. This one is the one that I have stored under my bed. So I thought I really wanted to get this shared with you all today. So I'm going to move towards it, and then I'm going to take the top off, and then let's start seeing what's inside. So straight away, you can see some Elvis Presley magazines, and I'm going to take them out one by one and talk to you about them. So obviously the first one I'm going to share with you all, as you can see, is Vintage Rock magazine. Vintage Rock do great magazines on Elvis Presley. Really need to start collecting Vintage Rock magazines if you haven't started already. The next one, again, Vintage Rock magazine, Elvis, the Crowning of the King. And then we've got what we got here. We've got Elvis, over 100 photos you've never seen before. I've had that in my collection, for so many years. Absolutely such an interesting magazine. Trying to keep my camera phone steady. Next, we've got, I've had this for a number of years as well, the complete Elvis. I'm trying my best so the light don't shine down on them. Now, as you can see, I've got 2 copies of this magazine, and I purchased one copy myself, and the other copy was purchased for me. And again, that is via Vintage Rock magazine. Elvis, the early years, how the King defined the 50s. So that's the 2 copies of them. I have done most of these on magazine flip-throughs. This here is a stunning magazine. And again, this is via Vintage Rock. Let me get this here. Again, there you go. Vintage Rock presents Elvis at the Movies, Epic Elvis Movie Fest. Again, if you go onto the Vintage Rock website, Google Vintage Rock magazine, and you can check if they still have back copies of these selected magazines. But this is a great one. Elvis at the Movies talks you through every single Elvis Presley movie he made. On the back, so again, absolutely stunning magazines. You can see most of these are Vintage Rock magazines. This one here, Vintage Rock presents Elvis' Celebration, 40th Anniversary Tribute, the man behind the myth. Interviews, influences, and inside stories. This one here is I love the image on here from Change of Habit, this is. And this one here is Vintage Rock, the final decade, Elvis. So that's not a complete magazine on Elvis. That is the main article inside. Here we go. Again, Elvis, Collector's Edition, the King of Rock and Roll, 68 Comeback Special Show. What a great image on the front there. Get this one out next. So here we have Vintage Rock presents Elvis, the King's entire discography in depth. Superb. And here, the ultimate album guide. These are all must-haves. This one here, I've had this in my collection for so long. in the United Kingdom, we call this a bookazine. So a bookazine is like a magazine which is big enough to be classed as a book, a tribute to Elvis. Get closer in there, look at that. The live shows, Elvis on film, his life and legacy, the complete guide to the king of rock and roll. Next, we've got the infamous Life magazine. This is obviously a reissue, remembering Elvis 30 years later. So this would have been a 2007 magazine. Just goes to show that how many years I've had this and it's still in mint condition. I always look after my magazines. Next, we've got Uncut Legends Special and Collector's Edition, The Amazing Story of the King of Rock and Roll. Next, we've got 3 copies of this because they're all, so that's the 1950s cover, The King in Concert, again via Vintage Rock. Then you got the 1960s cover, so featuring the comeback special, but everything inside is exactly the same in all these magazines, these 3. This is the 1970s cover. Superb. Live in person, The King in Concert. Next, we've got another Life magazine. The King Lives On, remembering Elvis Presley, that beautiful image of Elvis from the 1950s. Right, these 3 are stunning. The Elvis Years via Vintage Rock. So the Elvis Years Volume 1 from Tupelo to Stardom. Then we're going on to Volume 2 of the Elvis Years from Fort Hood to Hollywood. And then we're going on to Volume 3 of the Elvis Years from Comeback to Final Days. Now, Vintage Rock re-released it years later. This is the reissue of the magazine, Part 3. As you can see, let me go next to each other. Exactly the same magazine, same what's inside, but they reissued it and just called it The Later Years. Next, let's go on to this one again. As you can see, it's a Vintage Rock magazine. How TV Tried to Tame Elvis, the controversial performances that sparked a battle for America's heart and soul. Next, another Vintage Rock. There you go. The ultimate king of rock and roll icon remembered. What a great image there from 1968 image there. Stunning. Next, so this is an unusual one. So yours retro, obviously, without sounding too sexist, this magazine is mainly purchased by older women, but I had to buy this from the local news agents because it is a special on Elvis, the king of rock and roll. Next is a men's magazine, Esquire, and what a beautiful image of Elvis on the front. It's not all about Elvis inside. There is the main article inside is Elvis from the 1950s. Next, we've got GQ magazine. So this copy of GQ is August 2013, 12 years ago. So the cover star is Rita Ora, but here you go. This just in, Elvis Lives. So it's got a brilliant article on Elvis inside. We're going on to one of the very first magazines I purchased. I think it probably was the first. Elvis Christmas Extra 1992 with the Elvis stamp that won the poll. Next is, oh, look at this. And hopefully you can see the glittery design there of This is Elvis magazine via TV Guide. And it's a stunning magazine. Beautiful. I purchased this off eBay because this is an American magazine. The Life, Magic and Legacy of the King of Rock and Roll, plus pull-out poster, which is still inside, an Elvis trading card, which is still inside. Next, Elvis, a tribute. There's a this is a double poster inside. So one side of the poster and the other side. Again, the king, his music, his love, and his legacy. Next one, Elvis 20th anniversary special. I can't remember too much about this. So this would have been 1997. I can't remember too much about where I purchased this from, but again, a great magazine. I'm actually going to put that to one side so I can have another look at that when I come off this upload. Put that to one side. Same as this one. I haven't seen this one for a while, so I'm going to have a good look at this one as well. Elvis the Legend 3. Look at that jumpsuit, the red flame jumpsuit. Stunning. I love it. On the back, as he turns it over. Oh, I need to read that as well. Some of these I've not read for so long. The next one, and again from Vintage Rock, Elvis Collector's Edition. 130 pages of pure Presley, essential guide to his golden years, Up in Lights, Elvis at the Movies, Tupelo to Graceland, his musical roots, his style, his records, and the women in his life, the king of rock and roll. Great image from the 1950s. Right, what we're going on to next. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best to do this the best I can. These are the mini magazines of TV Guide with the CDs on the front. So this one is an image of Elvis from Aloha from Hawaii with the CD on the front. That's all right, Elvis. Put that there. Second one. Look at that. Wow, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. You know, all of these I've got on eBay, these TV Guide magazines. Next is one of this magazine here is such a stunning magazine, Elvis Collector's Edition. I do believe this is out of print, but you can purchase it on eBay still. It's a superb magazine. The King's amazing life and legacy, the women who loved him speak out, 200 plus must-see photos. I have done a page-by-page flip through on that magazine. Put that to one side, have another look at that. You can see I've got 2 copies. Now let me stop here a minute. When I buy magazines on Elvis Presley, I do sometimes tend to buy 2 or 3 copies just in case one of them gets damaged. I've got kind of OCD about that. Again, see what I mean? I've got this already. Now, I know this is a pure Elvis channel, so I'm going to put that magazine to one side because that's not Elvis. This isn't, so I don't know why that's inside. Just want to get these ones out that are not Elvis related. That's not Elvis related. So this here is in quite poor condition because I've had this, God knows how long, a book of 30 postcards. Absolutely a stunning set. But as you can see, some of the postcards are falling out. So again, I'm trying my best to keep it well maintained the best I can. So we're going on to the Elvis monthly magazines here. I can't go through all these because I've got hundreds of them. That's not Elvis related. We've got the official fan club of Great Britain fan club magazine. Same again. Again, this is Elvisly Yours. And I'm going to just try my best. So these I really want to get through before I end this upload, because most of them now inside are these small, here's another one. This is a lovely little book on Elvis here. Gorgeous. Like they're called these the CD books, but nice little book. Just want to kind of get this to one side. I'll share with you the fan club magazines. There you go. Again, here we go. I wanted to do this because I've just not shared these before. You can see some of the stuff inside is not all Elvis related, because obviously I do, I'm a big Eddie Cochran fan. I do enjoy Buddy Holly music. There you go. So the programs, these are the concert programs. I love that. Look at that one there. It's gorgeous. Here we go. What we got here. Elvis Lee Yours again. You can see another copy of that magazine I've already shared on this up. There you go. I've already shown you that. Right. You will see I have hundreds of them. This isn't the only box of them. I have done a thorough upload on my Elvis my Elvis Monthly magazine collections. So just return back to my channel. But again, I really wanted to start sharing them magazines with you all, because again, for me, as I've always said, I treat the magazines like the vinyl. I really like keeping them in virtual mint condition. Yes, they are there to be looked at. They are there to be enjoyed. But for me, I want to keep them in the sort of condition that I purchased them in. So obviously, that is why I store these away in plastic containers. Again, my partner always says to me, but you actually never look at them once you put them away. And that's very true. Once these magazines get put away, how often do I look at them? Not as often as I should have, I must admit. But doing this tonight for you all, that's why I've put 3 magazines to one side that I want to have another look at, because I know I've not seen them in a while. And again, if there's any magazines in here that you are interested in me doing a page by page flip through, that's another magazine I'm going to put to one side to have another look at. Please let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to do another flip through. Most of the magazines here over the last 2 years on my channel, I have done page by page flip throughs on before. But first, if you want me to do one again, there we go. We've got that postcard book, which I put down the side. And then we're going back to the little TV guide magazines. My favourite being this one. I think, that's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. There you go. And I'm going to quickly get them other magazines back inside. Sorry, I know my put that lid on top. Right, sorry. So we've got the magazines I'm going to have a good look at tonight is Elvis 20th Anniversary Special. I've not looked at that magazine in a while. I'm going to look at the complete Elvis magazine. I've not seen this for a while. One of my favourites, the Elvis Collector's Edition. Such a superb magazine. And then Elvis the Legend 3. So they're the 4 magazines I'm going to have a good look at tonight. And again, if you want any additional information on any of these magazines, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments below. And I will try and send you a link to the appropriate publishers, if you know what I mean. Or failing that, try eBay. That's the only place I can think of where you might be able to pick up these sort of magazines. So again, something very different there on this channel today. And I really hope you enjoyed that. So again, thank you for taking the time out to return to the 100% Pure Elvis channel. As always, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music. Lots of love, everybody. And again, come and follow me over on TikTok, 100 Pure Elvis. And I just want to say before I sign out, the amount of new subscribers that are joining the 100% Pure Elvis channel recently, again, It really, really means a lot to me. Please keep on sharing the 100% Pure Elvis channel. Please keep on talking about the 100% Pure Elvis channel, and we will grow bigger and better. Speak soon, everybody. Lots of love. Bye-bye.